Right, now you sitting comfortably, because you won't be after you've heard this. Make your hair curl. You're about to hear the voice of reason battling against the forces of darkness. Now, is young Joe asleep? Because I don't want his little ears sullied by this. Audio nasty.
Oh, get on with it.
All right, just brace yourself.
This is worse than I thought.
Hey?
I knew she was hostile, Dad, but I didn't think she had a set of war drums.
It ain't started yet, that's my heartbeat. I had the microphone in my top pocket. Won't be a minute.
Well, this all took place underwater, did it?
That's my tea going down.
Stat reinforcements.
No, it's the toasts.
I don't think this is going to stand up in court, Dad. I mean, all that tape proves is that she hasn't put you off your food.
I've failed, haven't I? Hey, I can't even bug her properly.
Never mind, Sam.
I do mind. You should have heard what she said to me, Angie.
Well, why don't you give us a condensed version?
Well, the gist of it was that I'm an insane alcoholic lout, a retarded goat. Should have been strangled at birth, living in a pond. She's a very difficult woman to please.
Should hear what she says about you behind your back.
What, you mean that's her being tactful, is it?
Are you sure you didn't provoke her in any way, Sam?
Well, I suppose I provoked her a bit by not having died in the night. It's not my fault, is it, eh? I'll tell you, Angie, she keeps hammering at me till I move out of there. Have a word with her, will you? You know, just make her see reason.
I spent a lifetime trying to do that, Sam, but I will have a go. I cannot make any promises, but I will have a word with her.
I've got a couple you can use.
Thanks.
By the way, son, Wilf gave me a call. He's got a corpse for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going over there this afternoon.
Are you absolutely sure about this, Dad? I mean, I don't think taxidermy is as easy as it looks, you know.
Have these craftsman's hands ever let me down, eh?
Well, I think you could put them to better use right now.
Well, like what?
Daphne's windpipe.
Oh, don't tempt me.
But I can't see how Angie's getting on. It's at times like this I wish I had an elephant gun.
Well, if you want me, I'll be under the car.
Right, you always.
There's a lot of work involved in running my car. I'll tell you, a very busy time at the moment. I'm halfway through doing my 120,000-mile service.
Most people will be giving it a memorial service.
I'm sorry, Mummy. I don't believe it was just that. I mean, of course I understand that anyone meddling with your Daily Telegraph is on par with being a mass killer. But you are on at him non-stop, and he is sick of it. And I am sick of it.
And I'm quietly heaving up.
Oh, will you go and make some tea? Look, I realise you find some of Sam's habits difficult to live with, but he means well, and nobody's perfect. Except my baby. He's perfect, and he is the reason you are here, and he is the reason Sam is here. Now, Joe may be the only thing you two have in common, but you must try and build on it.
Have you finished?
No. Look, I know you find Sam a little bit of a culture shock, but I reckon if you just think positive, he'll grow on you.
Like a wart, you mean?
Right, that is it. End of tether. Consider yourself evicted. Oh, God, here we go. Look, Mummy, believe it or not, I want you to be happy. Can't you compromise a bit? I mean, if you're going to be nasty to Sam, at least try and be nice about it. Please, Mummy, make an effort, eh? Was that a yes or a not in a million years? That's better, I hope.
Kettle's on the boil. What am I making, tea or strychnine?
Better make it tea.
Right.
What's the state of your sitting room?
Why do you ask?
Well, it usually looks as if a bomb's hit it. Have you forgotten that Elspeth's coming to tea?
What's that got to do with my sitting room?
Because that's where we're going to have it.
Mummy, she's your friend, not mine. Now, our sitting room is off bounds. You know the rules.
But you can't expect us to have tea down here. Elspeth's very highly strung. It's unthinkable that she should run the risk of a further encounter with my flatmate. Please, Angela. Elspeth's nerves could disintegrate irretrievably.
Why should they?
Why? Cast your mind back to your wedding reception and the vulgar finale of his speech.
Oh, you mean... It was very funny, Mummy.
Angela.
Look, you promised to make an effort. Now, here is your chance. Not only will you have tea down here, but you'll invite Sam to join you.
Are you mad?
Look upon it as penance for the way you've been carrying on.
Tea's up.
Come on.
Angela, dear, what happened to that sweet little girl in ringlets?
I don't know, Mummy, but if you tell me who you're talking about, I'll try and avoid her.
Excuse me, I need a heavy spanner.
Mummy's agreed to live and let live, Sam, so a heavy spanner's no longer necessary.
Is this true, Daphne?
Well, she's a bit shy. However, so keen is she to make up that she's invited you to join her and Elspeth for tea, haven't you, Mummy? I repeat, haven't you, Mummy?
Well, that's more than like it, Daphne. I've often dreamed of you and I integrating our social lives.
Yes, it's a thrilling prospect.
And you'll be on your very best behaviour, won't you, Sam?
Tact is my middle name, Angie. You won't regret it, Daphne, I promise you. I mean, all it takes is just a bit of give and take between each other, goodwill on both sides. I mean, this is just a turning point, isn't it? I can imagine it now, you and me skating together in perfect harmony. Yeah, you Torval, me Dean. What's the time, Daff?
2:50.
I better shift off to the zoo, then.
Are you sure those ramps are strong enough?
You know, that's the kind of friendly concern for my welfare I never thought I'd live to see. I'm very grateful you've taken Angie's little pep talk to heart. But to answer your question, these ramps are made of the finest tempered steel, so you can put your mind at rest.
So there's absolutely no danger of them collapsing and crushing you to pulp? Pity.
I heard that.
Angela, I do wish you wouldn't interrupt. I hadn't quite finished. I was about to say, pity. I'm not a car mechanic, so that I too could lie under this nice ram's car for hours on end and wonder at the marvels of vintage engineering. All right?
Well? Well?
Oh, here we go. Invasion of the body snatcher.
How long is he then, Wilf?
I reckon Roger's about 3 foot.
Roger? That's an unusual name for a snake.
His real name's in Latin, and about twice as long as the alphabet. I always called him Roger for short. I'll miss him. I try not to get too emotionally involved with the reptiles, but I always had rather a soft spot for Roger. He was never any trouble. Very clean in his habits. Unlike some I could mention. I don't think Roger would have had many regrets. He had a good life. As many mice as he wanted. Nice digs, central heating, all rent-free, no rates to pay. They're better off than we are, Sam.
Well, if you think he was happy in this life, you wait till you see what I got in store for him in the next. I'm confident that I can restore him to the last scale of his former glory.
You'll have your work cut out there, Sam. He's been in with the mongoose for the last week.
What?
It's in policy. The mongoose always gets first crack at late reptiles.
Look, don't you realise that speed is of essence to us taxidermists? I mean, I was expecting a prime specimen. I mean, you know, when you rung this morning, I sort of took it as read that you'd come dashing from Roger's deathbed.
If it's any consolation, the mongoose wasn't that keen on Roger. He had a bit of a nibble the first day, then he seemed to lose interest. I don't think he's touched him since. I suppose as each day passes, he's finding Roger less and less appetising.
Yeah, but that makes 2 of us, doesn't it? I mean, I'm going off Roger fast. What kind of state's he going to be in? I mean, my hobby's taxidermy, not jigsaw puzzles.